In the episode called "Aw Shucks," Disco Bear is seen flirting with Giggles, until him and Giggles die to popcorn. But when we are able to see the destruction of the whole carnival, if you look closely, for some reason Giggles is smiling. The mole on the mole's face is fake. In the episode "Don't Yank My Chain," Lifty and Shifty steals Handy's car, and they decide to trick Lumpy into thinking that they are Handy and Mole. But if you look at Lifty, he has a mole on his face, which he can only have got from Mole's luggage, which means that the mole's mole is fake. Additionally, in the irregular episode "More in the City," his mole is also fake and is an explosive. When Flippy changes to FLIQPY, the best way to stop him is to surprise him, like when Flaky exploded in Party Animal. He also went back to normal Flippy multiple times in Double Whammy Part 1. Once when Flaky screamed, when Lumpy threw water on him, when Nutty explodes, and very likely when Mime explodes due to Flippy being seen with Lumpy immediately straight after. Additionally, Flippy also changed back to normal Flippy when he saw a butterfly in By the Seat of Your Pants, and he also has changed when Flippy has been against FLIQPY in Double Whammy Part 2 and in Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. In the episode of Handy Nanny, when the tea and cud bottle explodes and scalds Handy's face, we can see that Handy has greyish blue irises. In the episode called Remains to be Seen, a lot of the characters die, and they come back to life as zombies. And you can see Cuddles and Giggles slurping brains.
Aw, that's so sweet.
This is a not so subtle reference to the spaghetti scene in the movie Lady and the Tramp. In the episode called Break the Cycle, Goofy breaks his bike, and a wheel from the bike falls down a cliff and lands on Mime, slicing him up similar to what an apple slicer does to an apple. A similar thing happens to Giggles in the comic called Drop Me a Line. In the episode called Boo Do You Think You Are, after Giggles has noticed that Sniffles has died, Flaky spots a swinging blade, and if you pause at the right moment, you can see Flaky looking like this. In the episode called Better Off Bread, after Splendid breaks Giggles' back, he then flies fast to the right. This animation was reused in the TV episode called See What Develops, but Giggles is removed, and Splendid is missing the end of his arm. Giggles has a large red bow on her head, but other characters can also be seen with one, like Giggles' mum, who also has a red bow, Lammy, who has a small purple bow, and Webster and the banjo-friendly version of Giggles have pink bows. Daughter Ant can be seen with a bow that is a shade of red in her first episode, but was then changed to a shade of purple the next time it appeared, and does not change colour again after. In the episode called Reindeer Kringle, Petition spots a skinny reindeer with a red nose, possibly named Rudolph. Petition moves behind it and admires it, but suddenly it starts kicking her in the face. The reindeer also appears in the background when Lifty dies in Milking It, and when Cuddles is at the main door in Class Act. But most notably, it appears in Just Because, where it is seen flying while pulling Santa Lumpy and his sleigh, until Splendid flies into them. Thank you for watching my video. If you could leave me a comment down below, or what you thought about the video, and a like would be greatly appreciated.